Hey everyone, Brittany Carmichael here, bringing you your live weekly Woo Woo Wednesday Tarot reading, where I dive into the cards and find out what energy is upon us. My cat Noodles is always here to support, so everyone say hi to Mr. Noodles. Come here, buddy. All right, guys, so I'm super excited to be here with you this week. I want to know, what is the energy like for you? What's been going on? What have you been noticing lately? This cat, oh my gosh, guys, it's crazy. So, Noodles, you have a fan. He's such a cool cat, but it's like nap time, and he wants to be in my lap. And I told him I was going to do this reading, and he wasn't okay with that. Hey, buddy. Do your thing. All right. Whatever, guys. Noodles, the joys of having a cat. So today I'm excited because I have busted out my Nature's Whispers Oracle card deck. I feel like Mother Nature has a message to share if you guys haven't been paying attention to what is happening with all the hurricanes and things like that. So we really need to tune into our natural energy, where we come from. And I know that every time I go into nature, I feel totally renewed and completely relaxed. If I'm ever having a stressful day, I automatically go outside where there's trees and water, and I surround myself with the beautiful, like, harmonious energy of nature. So something recently I learned is that our heart frequency, we're all vibration, right? So our heart frequency actually vibrates to, I think it's like 528 hertz. Don't quote me on that, but it's the same frequency that chlorophyll vibrates to, and love, the same energy, and the color green, which is chlorophyll, So it's a really interesting correlation that our heart energy and nature vibrate to the same frequency. So I would say that is, very obvious that we, when we get in nature, we become in tune with ourselves. So let's see what comes up on this reading. And like I said, I'm so excited you're here. Let me know who's here by saying hello in the chat. Where are you from? How's your week? So good to see you, Leslie, Catherine, Vala. So good to see you, Kaylee. So awesome. So I shuffle. Everyone asks, how do you shuffle? It really doesn't matter. There's no wrong way to use an oracle deck. I mean, there might be, but as far as like shuffling, the most important thing, let me rephrase, the most important thing when using a tarot deck or an oracle deck is to trust your own intuition, your own inner guide. And when you shuffle, if you're shuffling and something says stop, then stop and just pick out the card that is poking out. Sometimes cards flip over, then that's really clear that that's the message. So I just set the intention that we receive the message we need the most at this time. What do we need to pay attention to? What energy can we let go of? And I always draw 3 cards, and we've already had 2 come up. So here is the third one. Sometimes these, when I work with these cards, sometimes they're really slow to pop up, but today they were super fast. So before I dive in, I just want to say hello to everyone. Bala, so good to see you. Hey, Vicky, so awesome. So glad you can tune in from the UK. It's so cool to see everyone all over the world. Iceland, we've got it all, people. All right, so good, so good. Hi, your hair. Yep, thank you. I love it too. All right, guys, let's dive in and see what we've got for this week. All right, clear endeavor. This is a perfect card to come up with, just as I was saying. The most important thing when reading tarot is being clear, having your own clear vision and trusting yourself, because we all have inner nudges and inner visions and inner feelings and thoughts, but the problem is we're not trusting them. We think we're making them up, or what was that? The second that our inner guide shows us something, an intuition, our logical brain typically kicks in and says, oh, nope, here's all the reasons why that is crazy. But the more I've allowed that inner guide to, I validated it, I believed in it, the more I was finding that it was extremely accurate. And the only time that I was off was when I was judging it or pulling it apart or criticizing it. Holy smokes, this cat's going crazy, guys. What a mess. So clear endeavor. What do you want to do? What is that next thing? What path do you want to take? This is really talking about setting a clear path, setting a clear decision, knowing that, you at any moment have the opportunity to change. You're not stuck in whatever choice you made. Even if you made it last week, you can totally change direction. So this is saying clear endeavor. Get clear on what you want, because, you know, we're on an adventure. Life is an adventure, and every step of the way is a learning experience for us. So this is saying, what do you want to experience? What do you want to learn? How do you want to feel? So what is that for you? When this card, clear endeavor, comes up, what's the first thing that comes up intuitively for you? What does that mean? Like, what decision do you need to get clear on? Have you been kind of like back and forth on something? What is that decision? Leave it in the comment, because as you voice it, as you get it outside of your brain, it becomes so much easier to step away from it and see with clear vision, although this is clear endeavor, but it's talking about that clarity around it. Leslie says, a new job. Well, let me go even deeper with you, Leslie. What kind of job? How do you want to contribute? What do you want to wake up every single day and go, man, I am excited and passionate about doing this thing? What is that for you? Because if it doesn't meet those requirements, it's not it. Okay. All right, let's keep going, guys. Hope and happiness comes up. I just love these cards. They're just absolutely so beautiful. So hope and happiness comes up. Let me just take a moment. You know, I see this vision and I see the bird surrounding her. And this is like reminding me, like when we look at birds, they fly with such effortless grace. And this is a reminder that you too have that same grace about you. And hope and happiness are going to be two key factors in activating that energetic flow and that, again, that belief that everything that you want is possible. Those cards are gorgeous. Yes, I picked them up while I was in Iceland because it was such a beautiful nature spot, and I thought that nature always does have beautiful messages for us. So hope and happiness comes up. Let me ask you this. In any moment, can you just like tune into yourself and be like, yes, I feel joy right now. I'm super happy. Or on a normal day-to-day basis, when you tune into yourself, what is that underlying energy that you're feeling? Because these two things, hope and happiness, are completely your choice. You get to decide how you want to feel, if you want to choose happy. And the way that everyone always says, living your life would be exhausting. I wouldn't want to be happy all the time. But here's the thing, it's actually easy to choose it. It takes so much more effort to choose, being mad or being upset. Instead, I like to focus on the solutions and, having hope, going, everything happens for a reason. There's a silver lining here. There's a reason. It allows me to be happy. It allows me to know it's okay. I'm taken care of. Oh my gosh, this cat. You guys, this cat is crazy today. Oh my gosh. Love him. Buddy's nuts. So hope and happiness. What is that thing? When I say hope and happiness, what is the vision that you get? Do you see yourself, presenting yourself in a certain way, or expressing your creativities, or connecting with people? When I talk about hope and happiness, what are you hopeful for right now? What is it that you need to allow yourself to be happy? Because here's the truth, it is a choice. So there's a reason why you're choosing not to feel joyous. And the number one way that snaps me back into happy mode and joyous mode is gratitude and appreciation. It's too easy to focus on the nonsense in life and be upset about it. And it just feels so much better to focus on the things that are working and have appreciation for that. Because as you focus on that, you begin to expand that energy throughout all areas of your life. Okay. What do you need, Kat? You just have to ask people, what do you need, Kat? He wants under this blanket, guys. He is a nut job. Okay, so hope and happiness. Totally up to you. What are you hopeful for today? Rachel says, hey girl, hey, love your eyeliner. Thank you so much. It actually was a mistake and I just kept going and going and going. So here is a lesson. All mistakes actually turn out to be, a blessing in disguise or a learning lesson, or you might actually try something outside of your box or your comfort zone. Okay, I'm gonna get this cat under this blanket. Come on, dude. And we're just gonna scoot him on in here. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I give so many props to people who have children because I can barely do the cat thing. Jessica says, thank you for the reminder. I have all I've wanted in life, though I think I'm sabotaging it. I think the reason why we self-sabotage is because we forget to appreciate that we have everything that we want. And as we focus on appreciating for the beautiful life that we do have and that we do have everything we want, we begin to unlock new areas in which we want to bring more of that into our life. So so there is no limit to your happiness and to your abundance. It's just a matter of appreciating. Remember, guys, the word appreciate means to make more of. So the more you tap into that gratitude vibe and that appreciative vibe, yes, there are crazy things happening in my life and other people's lives, as Kat, in the world. But here's the thing, if we focus on that, then we just drain our energy. And so it's important to have that gratitude so that we can keep our vibration high, keep our happiness and our joy level, so that we can positively affect the people around us, including ourselves. Leslie says law of attraction. Absolutely. Today I'm grateful for my health. I have a 1-year-old toddler. A lot of work. Yeah, I honestly I'm like, I don't even know where the cards are anymore. All right, guys. So let's see what the third card is for today. Be true to your heart. I mean, could this message not be more clear today that it is about believing in yourself? The love note that I wrote for this week's newsletter for you guys that are signed up on my newsletter, I was writing about worth and it was the Girl Power Manifesto and being true and believing in yourself. And then I realized, wait, I think the last week I talked about that. And then the week before I talked about self-worth. And I think that's because the message is clear right now. We need women to drop the fear and to be true to their heart, because your heart has a message for you to share. And that unique message can only happen if you have the willingness to go, okay, who am I? What am I here? What do I love? How do I like to express myself? And as you ask those questions and as you tune into those things, you find your talents and you find your passions and you find your curiosities on what you want to learn. I always ask people that inspire me, what are you most curious about in life right now? So I want to ask you all, what are you most curious about? What is that thing man, if I had extra time right now, what would I do with it? Would I focus on learning a new skill, or would I focus on learning about spirituality, or would I spend time in, silence and meditation, or would I practice cooking? What is that thing? Because I know we all have we're all trying to find our hobby and find something that just brings us back to the moment where we can enjoy every single second that we're expressing ourselves. So what is that thing for you? If you had more time, what would that skill be, or what are you most curious about? Leave that in the comments below, because I really am. I'm most curious right now about what other people are curious about, because I've gone on a wild ride of learning about different categories of business, spirituality, health, healing my body, losing 75 pounds, and yoga, meditation, hypnosis. I've dabbled in so many different metaphysical, all these different categories, because they fascinate me. So what are you most fascinated by right now? Leslie says, I want to learn more about natural remedies. Okay, I have a great book recommendation for you. It's called Natural Healing, Wisdom, and Know-How. You can find it at Barnes & Noble. You can find it on Amazon, which is where I ordered mine from. It's a really large blue book, and I think it even has a little guy sitting in lotus pose on the front. It's a killer book with tons of resources about herbs and Ayurvedic and chakras and meditation and crystals and everything you can think of when it comes to natural healing. It is awesome. Carrie says spiritual communication. I'd like to, specify and ask even deeper, what type of spiritual communication? Are you wanting to communicate with past loved ones as a medium? Are you wanting to communicate with your soul? Are you wanting to communicate with angels? I'd love to know. I mean, all of the above, I'm sure, but anything specific. Jessica says learning, healing, spirituality, indigenous work views. Does it not seem so clear? Hold on, let me go back here. The universe and magic, diving into learning more about crystals and getting better at meditating and self-care. You know what? That's exactly why I created my Shine School course, for people that are looking for all of the different categories that you need to dive into when doing self-discovery work or learning about your own spirituality. I heard a really great definition of spirituality recently. It was that spirituality is for the self. It's you, an individual journey, and religion is based in the root chakra, and it's a tribal situation. And so many of us are raising, and our Kundalini energy is rising. We're beginning to spiritually awaken, and we're starting to recognize that isn't working for us, and we need to find our own inner answers. And that is where my true peace and my happiness, my belief in myself, my belief that all is happening for the best in this world. I know that shit happens, but it's ultimately there's another side of the coin that we just can't see yet. So it's a much healthier lifestyle for me to live that way. I'm learning so much about crystals and self-love. Yes, Shine School is a 6-week self-love discovery. It's so amazing because I was, you guys know my story. I did not love myself. I did not love my body, which is why I was 200 pounds. I was angry. I just didn't, I don't know why. And I know why now, but I didn't know why then, because I did have a life that I was loving, and I was lacking the gratitude. My mindset, my mentality, the frame of reference I was looking at my life through was completely distorted. I was still looking at life from when I was 20 years old, and I'm not 20 anymore. So I had to begin to update my mindset. And in doing so, it changed simple shifts, but they changed dramatically in my life, where I was able to start setting my boundaries and start taking off my mask and really allowing myself to be who I am and let my weird out into the world. So, that's exactly why I wanted to create that, because I'm reading every single thing, it's all about spirituality and crystal. I'm sure, your vibe attracts your tribe, but we're all tuning into natural, metaphysical, healing things. Good grief, Kat. Get your shit together. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. Catherine says, this is such a spot on reading for me. I have clarity on producing conceptual artwork using my skills and all. I've learned about the metaphysical. Yes, art, think about it. The word earth has the word art in it. So clearly we're meant to be expressing our creativity. Let me just scroll back really quick here. How do you know when you're channeling or when you're not just deep in thought? Well, because channeled messages never come from the mind. They always come from the heart, and you'll feel it. You'll know. You'll step back and be like, whoa, what did I just say? How did I say? What was that? Somebody write that down. That's when you know it's channeled, when you are surprised by the message as well. Let's see, angels, meditation, holistic courses. Yes, see, so many people are on this inner quest for answers and turning to natural resources and remedies for really uncovering, one, who we are, but also learning how to heal our body and how to heal our mind through yoga and meditation. So it's super beautiful to see so many women allowing their inner guide, their intuition, to awaken them and say, hey, pay attention to this. Maybe stop drinking soda, or stop eating meat, or, start doing, what are you guided to do? What has your inner guide been nudging at you lately? This is a really important time to tune in and ask yourself, what is that? So I am super thrilled to see clear endeavor, hope, and happiness be true to your heart. The message is clear. Decide what is right for your soul, your spirit, what brings you joy, how you like to express your service into the world, and go for that. Have faith that it will happen, and have appreciation and gratitude for the transition and making the change. And sometimes in the change, it requires patience, and it's sometimes scary because you're like, oh my God, it's not happening. I tried something different. It's not working. Have patience. Things take time. And the way to reframe your mindset around that is constantly having that attitude of gratitude, saying, thank you for this. I'm so glad I'm following my heart. Thank you. Thank you. That's enough. You don't even have to be specific. Just that feeling, the energy that attracts everything you need for your dream to succeed. Leslie says, go outside and be in nature. I have been getting this message a lot lately. Just like I said when we started this reading, that's exactly what I do to tune into my inner spirit, because our heart literally vibrates to the same frequency as the chlorophyll in nature, which is the lifeblood. That's what's like keeping us alive. Think about it. We eat plants and they have energy. Even the animals eat the plants for the energy. So the energy's in the plants, people. We've got to surround ourselves with them. So I'm so glad that I was able to tune in with you guys. Thank you so much for being here for Woo Woo Wednesday. I absolutely love reading for you all, and had a really interesting message come through earlier for a lady at the dentist that I had a procedure today, and this vision of miniature Snickers bars came to mind, and I told the woman, and she had said that someone that she loved that passed used to eat them all the time. So here's the thing. Sometimes your intuition is going to show you some weird things that are out of the blue, and you're like, miniature Snickers bar. I haven't eaten one of those in like 6 years. Why am I visualizing that in my imagination? And you never know who that message might be for. So it's important that you begin to trust your own inner messages, because that might, make someone's day, being able to share things like that. Everyone has this ability, but what's important is that you start trusting your heart, your inner voice, your inner guide, your intuition. Leslie says, thank you, Brittany. So grateful for you doing this. Yes, so much fun. Oh, well, that is my alarm, sisters. I am doing a live Q&A for the girls who are interested in joining Shine School in 20 minutes, and that was my alarm for it. So I'm going to hop off here and prepare myself for that, because what I love is supporting and empowering women to awaken to their authentic truth so that they can shine. I see so much sparkle, and everyone has this beautiful gift and this amazing creativity, but they're afraid to let it out, or they're like, what if I'm not good enough? And the truth is that you're already good enough, no matter if you can paint or if you can't paint. You know what I mean? So you are enough, and I want to teach you to see yourself in that light, and that's exactly why I created Shine School. I'm going to leave a link for you guys. Anyone who's feeling intuitively nudged, again, trust your heart, trust your intuition. If you feel called to check it out, I'm going to leave the details in the comments below, and I will see you on Friday for the Elevated Life series. Thank you so much for joining. Love you all. Bye.